Hello bakers, welcome to the final, for now, take and bake how-to video for the Chocoflan cake. Now this is a really special recipe. The method you make it with is really strange and it creates quite a show-stopping presentation with the chocolate cake beneath and the flan on top. So without further ado, get your bundt pan out and let's get ready. So like I said, you're going to want to get a bundt pan, and I really greased this thing quite well. I put a bunch of butter and cooking spray in it. So you could theoretically make this with something other than a bundt pan, but I don't have any experience with that, and I personally wouldn't recommend it. But if you're feeling brave, go for it. At this point, we can set our oven to 350 degrees. Now we have 10 tablespoons of butter, just a bit over a stick. We're going to cream that. And then we're going to go ahead and add in our 1 cup of sugar, our 1 room temperature egg, get that mixed up, and then now we're going to work on our dry ingredients. Our dry ingredients consist of 1 3/4 cup flour, 3/4 of a teaspoon baking powder, 3/4 of a teaspoon baking soda, 1/3 cup of cocoa powder. And we're going to get that incorporated and added into our butter mixture here. And once we have all those dry ingredients in there, we're going to go ahead and do our 1 1/4 cup buttermilk. Get that mixed up, and then now we're going to prepare to do our flan. Okay, so the ingredients you see here are all going to go into a blender. We have a 12-ounce can of evaporated milk, a 14-ounce can of sweetened condensed milk, 4 ounces, half a stick of cream cheese, room temperature, 3 eggs, and 1 tablespoon of vanilla. So like I said, we're going to put that all into a blender, get it nice and incorporated. Once the flan is mixed up, we're going to put our cake batter in the bottom of our bundt pan. And then once it's evenly spread around, we're going to pour our flan over it. And here's where it gets really interesting, because we need to put this thing into a water bath. So in my case, I'm going to be using a springform pan that I lined with foil. And you want to fill it with about 1 inch of water. You can also use a rimmed baking sheet or anything else that's oven safe and large enough to keep your bundt pan in. And then we're going to put our bundt pan in there and then wrap it tightly with foil. So you can see here, bundt pan covered in foil and crimped around the edges, put inside the springform pan. We're going to set the timer for 1 hour. In my case, it took about 75 minutes. What you're going to do is take it out, pull the foil back a bit, stick a toothpick deep into the center. Mine came out clean, so I knew it was done. I take the foil off and then I let it rest for 1 hour. This is very important. You need to let it rest and contract. And then here you can see I moved it over onto its back and gave it a good slapping around, trying to loosen that flan. It's very likely that when you take it out, the flan might be broken, or it may stick a bit to the top, or as mine did, it will crack afterward. That's okay. It might look a little ugly. You can always cover it in caramel if you want to. It makes it even more delicious. Anyway, thank you so much. I hope everyone at home enjoys making this recipe. It's one of my favorites. And thank you so much for your support of the Take and Bake program. I hope to revive it again in the future. Happy baking.